Got my cutter, got my torch. Pour a beverage and I step out on the porch. Grab a cigar, I love that view. I guess it's time for another Poolside cigar review.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Poolside Cigar Reviews with Kirk. Back under the sun today, I thought I'd give the patio a rest and maybe improve the lighting. But today I'm smoking an interesting cigar. This is the Illusione 888 Candela in Churchill. It is 6 3/4 by 48. It's got a Nicaraguan Habano Claro wrapper. No, it is a Candela, although I think it's faded. I've had this in my humidor for quite a while, probably close to 3 years. It definitely has that alfalfa smell on the wrapper. And then the foot is very tobacco-y. My experience with Candela is fairly limited. You know, I bought this when I was really getting into cigars, probably about 3 years ago. Like really getting into it. I mean, I'd smoked for a while, but when I was really trying to learn a lot, I wanted to smoke more Candela. So that's when I bought this. Good draw. Different. It's kind of toned down, tobacco sweetness. But you know, I bought this cigar around the time, you know, I bought the Illusione Holy Lance in Candela, which was probably my favorite Candela that I've ever had. Honestly, my experience with Candelas hasn't been that favorable. So I've had the Holy Lance Lancero, or the Holy Lance Candela from Illusione. I've had 3 or 4 of the La Flor Dominicana Double Claro Petite Coronas. I did a video on that called Should I Hate This Cigar? You can check that out if you're interested. That's not a good cigar. And I had 2 Alec Bradley Filthy Hooligans. One fresh and one a year old. And the older one tasted like nothing. Now that's interesting. That had a lot of good flavor right off the first light. I don't know if I have it lit the whole way. It looks like I do, but it's not making much smoke. Lighting these cigars in the sun is tough. A little earthy. Deep leather. Very, very flavorful. Deep tobacco, still going. Evolving into a tobacco sweetness. And it does have some hints of, you know, the traditional grass and hay that you would expect from a Candela. A really nice balance. That's really interesting. I wasn't expecting this much flavor. Yeah, not terribly smoky. I like it. I guess I wasn't expecting to like it. I don't know, but I'm gonna dig into this, and I'll let you know. Let you know what we get out of this first third here. So, hang out, guys. I'll see you in a minute. So I'm a little more than 30 minutes in now, and it's really calmed down. You know, when the first third started, again with a lot of earth, some leather, some spice even, and that those intense flavors kind of got dialed back, and your traditional Candela flavors kind of got amped up. But now they're starting to come back in, so it actually has been fairly dynamic, and the smoke is really deep and complex. An interesting point of this cigar is it's a double puffer. You know, I haven't had to touch it up; it hasn't gone out, but It just, up to this point, it just hasn't really been giving off a lot of smoke unless I double puff it. But the draw's not really tight, so it's, you know, it's not really a problem. It's just interesting. But I'm digging it, and I did grab a dram to pair with it, a little Johnny Walker Gold Label. It's actually a very nice pairing, because the Gold Label is a little bit sweet up front, finish is a little drier, a lot of vanilla flavors, not a very obtrusive scotch, kind of delicate, kind of hangs out in the back. So if you want a scotch to pair with a mild to medium cigar, you know, Johnny Walker Gold Label is an option. I think it's an overpriced option, but it's an option, and I won't be buying another bottle of this. It's not worth money to me. I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, so far we're still really enjoying this cigar. So we'll see if the spice and the flavor is just starting to ramp up again. So we'll see in this next third if it continues to be a roller coaster, and I really hope it is. So, all right, guys, I'll be back with more on this 888 Candela, and maybe a little more talk about this Johnny Walker Gold. So, hang out, guys. So about an hour in now, and you know, the flavors really dropped way off. It's still, it's not bad. It's not. Some of the problems I have with Candelas is, one, they're flavorless. This is not flavorless. It's just very mild. I've also had problems with like a cardboardy dead grass type flavor. This doesn't have that. It does have those. I would call it more of an alfalfa. It's like a sweet hay, fresh grass clippings kind of thing. But it still has other more traditional tobacco type flavors to it. And like I said, it's not flavorless, it's just fairly mild. Not extremely mild, but fairly mild. The burn's been great. I haven't had to correct it. You know, I have no complaints, and I would buy more of these. But I'll give you that talk when I wrap this up. So we'll wait for my final thoughts. But like I said, I'm pairing it with this Johnny Walker Gold Label, which is a sweet scotch. It's not phenolic, you know. So it's nothing at all like the Black Label. So if you're a fan of the Black Label, you may or may not like the Gold Label. The Gold Label to me is very tame. You know, it's a 40% chill filtered, probably some caramel color in there. To me, it's just a little flat, a little plain, a little sweet. Which for like $90, I just think is a complete ripoff. You know, we all have our prejudices, and we're all a little bit judgmental. And for me, I definitely feel that way about Johnny Walker. I'll pass judgment on people based on what I see them drink, and I shouldn't, because you know I really do believe you should drink what you like. So if you like Gold Label, drink Gold Label. Okay. But you know, I feel like when I see people drink Gold Label and Blue Label, particularly Blue Label, because I enjoy Gold Label more than Blue Label. I feel it's one of those things that people just associate price with quality, and they love it because it's expensive, not because it's a great dram. And so, sorry, I probably offended some folks who are fans of the Blue Label, but that's just how I feel. And especially for that price, you know, Gold Label or Blue Label is like $230 a bottle. You can get 2, 3, 4 bottles of really nice single malt for that. All of which I think, personally, for my palate, I would enjoy more than I would enjoy a Blue Label. And the same goes for this Gold Label. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not terrible. And actually, it's good. It's good. But to me, for $90, you should get more than good. And that's just my take. So, if you want my advice, only drink the Gold Label if someone else is paying. And then, you know, let me know what you think. And I'll come back with my final thoughts on this Illusione. So far, though, it's ranking up there pretty high with my experience with the Candela. So, see you guys in a minute, and we'll wrap this up. Okay, so an hour and 35 minutes down to the nub here. Like the last inch, a lot of spice came in, and it was really interesting, like spicy grass with a hint of caramel sweetness. I wish that would have happened earlier, because it was pretty mild for a good portion of the cigar. Like I said, near the end, it's really ramping up, and I'm liking it. Construction's been great throughout. No touch-ups, no relights, and just a nice straight burn. Pairs nicely with the scotch. It's a $10 cigar. I think it's worth that. So my advice is, if you get the chance to get your hands on an Illusione Candela, pick it up. This one, like I said, was about 3 years old, so I wish I would have smoked one fresh so I could compare. But such is life, man. We can't smoke all things at all times, and this one just kind of got buried in my humidor, and today was the day I pulled it out. Still not disappointing. It's been so long since I've had the Illusione Holy Lance and Candela. I think that's still probably my favorite Candela, but this is right up there with it. So I think whether you pick this up or the Holy Lance, definitely try one of these Illusione Candelas, because they're worthwhile. And now we're going out. It's getting really humid out here. All the clouds are coming in. It's getting ready to pour, I think. It's been thundering. So that's why I'm under the porch again. But anyway, yeah, I definitely recommend the Illusione Candela. And I say pass on the gold label. What are your thoughts? Have you had much Candela? Have you had these Illusiones? Let me know what you think, guys. As always, click the like button, comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear from you guys, so let me know what your opinions are. Anyway, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time, keep your feet in the pool, a drink in your hand, and a cigar in your mouth. Take care.